Well, hey, Stone Unit. Okay, so here we go. I wanted to give an explanation. I've been asked a lot of questions, and I am going to be sending an email as well with this video, but with an actual receipt. So that way you're going to have a little something for it. And so Operation Sunscreen, just to give you a little bit of history about it, Mary Kay Ash started this in I believe it was 1991 or 92. It was when Desert Storm, the war, was happening. And so what she did is she sent over, I believe it was to Iraq, and Desert Storm, she sent over tons and tons and boxes and boxes. I remember seeing a picture of her with the troops. It was powerful. And, she was all dolled up, looking awesome. But boxes and boxes of sunscreen. So since then, it's been something that we've run with as a company, and it's something that we've been running with here locally. And so I love this because we wrap it up June 30th, and then we ship it out in July. So they're going to have this. And so Operation Sunscreen, it is simply with our sunscreen, SPF 50. Did y'all know this? SPF 50, you guys. So in case you didn't know, with our troops, that they're just not handed one of these. They pretty much come empty-handed. And so they're not handed one of these anymore. And so this is something that's just kind of a gift that's given to them from home or wherever. So it's something that we have done. So here's the thing. This sunscreen is $20. And so you can sell these. So let's talk about what you can do just individually at your facials and parties. Absolutely. During the Did You Know sheet. This is important. During the Did You Know sheet, when it's on there about the Mary Kay Ash Foundation, you know to hold up those 2 heart compacts. You know to do that. To say, because hey, $1 of each of these, when you purchase one or both of these, $1 of each of these is going to go towards that Mary Kay Ash Foundation, which is for cancer research that affects women as well as domestic violence. Again, ladies, the pink one is what I have on my eyes. I'm telling you, I need to call and write a letter to Mary Kay Corporate and say, look, you're marketing these baked cheeks just one way as cheeks. They are eyes. It's what I have on my eyes and cheeks. I've been doing it for like weeks. Like, really, I get it now. So hold that up. But then when you're talking about other causes, say, girls, speaking of causes, speaking of heart, this is what's actually here locally of what's going on right now for June is we're sponsoring troops. And so I'm going to be talking to you about this individually, but I love this. We've actually been putting these in hands of our troops. So at the end of the individual close, you can say, would you like to add on? Would you like to sponsor 1 soldier? Would you like to sponsor 3 soldiers? 3 soldiers would be $60. Would you like to sponsor 5? And then I'm going to ask a little bit about her. Where does she work? Who are her family? Does her family own a business? Okay, so I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. So I bring this up at every individual close right now. I bring this up at every delivery right now because some people can add on a $20 bill like it's nothing. Just at the end of it, just kind of like when you're anywhere and they round up or they do something. Okay, you got that? So what we're doing with the troops, now here's the thing. We make money in Mary Kay all year long. We make 50%. Right now in June, we're making 56.5% on our skincare. That's my next video, okay? We're making 56.5%. So huge profit margin on our bread and butter. What we're based on is our skincare, okay? So you're going to get that separately. But we make 50%. We make great profit all year round. So what I do with Operation Sunscreen is I don't make profit, but I don't lose profit either. I break even. So this is how this looks. And so this is how it did when I walked into a business. Dorothy Johnson's been killing it with businesses. So here's the thing. I want you to write down all the businesses that they know you, period. First, that they know you. 2, that they may have some kind of tie to the military. I think one of the businesses made something for the military that Dorothy got into. 3, one of the business, someone in there has a mom who has a son or a daughter that's serving. You got to find somebody that is close to their heart. We have a beauty consultant, Jennifer Holler, this time last year. She killed it because her son is serving. She's a beauty consultant. And even though while she was working, she's a dental hygienist, she would openly speak of, hey, we're doing Operation Sunscreen. And because they know that was dear to her heart, because that's her son that's serving, people supported. I wish I had a running total of how many. She did hundreds of skincare, of sun care for the troops overseas. And so whether it's, and I talked to Jackie Tall just the other day. She went into her accountant. So think of any kind of business where 1, they know you. 2, if there's any tie with military at all. And so military mamas, I'm going to tell you what, they are very passionate about this. You find a military mama to partner with you, now you've multiplied your efforts. And if you're committed to 5 businesses and she's committed to 5 businesses and every woman that she sees, that's how you finish company quarter sales. That's how you have retail of 5,000 to 10,000 in a month. I kid you not. And so I had a business sponsor. Dorothy's had 2 that have just sponsored 1,000. Just like that. You guys, can you imagine 5 or 10 businesses doing that? And then others that may do 500. And then you'll have people that'll just do individual that you may see at your facial or delivery or different helpers that you have happening. So what we say is when you go in, explain a little bit of the background. Hey, I'm here because I knew you, or I'm good friends with your person in here, or whatever. And I know she has a son that serves. And we're doing something here locally called Operation Sunscreen. And it's where we protect those that protect us. And this is our way of thanking them and giving back. And so Sunscreen, as a soldier, when you're serving anywhere in any armed forces, it's not something you're bringing along. And so it's where we want to get sunscreen in every single one of their hands in their backpack. And so it's SPF 50. And so what we're doing, our local businesses around here, we've had so many businesses around here that have really rallied for this cause. This is a total tax deduction for you, obviously, but we're rallying for this cause because each business has just been deciding how many troops that you want to support. How many troops do you want to have some sunscreen in their hand? And so the best part about this such and such business is that I need you to know that I make no money on this. I don't. I actually match what you do because I'm passionate about this. And I love this company and I love Mary Kay and I work it all year long. But for this, I totally match what you do. And so this is just where I'm just kind of the conduit and part of that process to get the sunscreen in their hand. So it's totally up to you how many soldiers you would like to support. We've had our local businesses here. Some have done 25 all the way up to 100. And so it's $20 for a sunscreen, so it'd be 20 a person. And so if you want to sponsor 50 troops, that would be 1,000. It's 25 would be 500, or you can do 100. Totally up to you. So I wanted to come in here because I knew you had a heart for this. I know it's very near and dear to you, or it's near and dear to Susie that works here in the office. And I wanted to come by to see if you're interested in supporting any of our troops with Operation Sunscreen. And then you stop, okay? And then you let them answer. Then you let them ask a question with that. And so what I do with that, and so just to give you a little background, is we have a local contact here. That way we are not having to pay for shipping. It's right in Salisbury. Our Cheryl Bosley is right in on this. I love it. You know, Cheryl herself this morning, actually her son left for the Marines today. He graduated yesterday and he left today. So you better believe that that mama is passionate about Operation Sunscreen. And so we have our contact that mails all these. Now here's the best story. And I whether you tell this story to others, I think is important, but I want you to know the story. And the fact that it came here from our unit right here locally in Salisbury. And so Amy she's a consultant, actually one of Jennifer Holler's, Amy Fentz. And so she was at a vendor event with her husband. Her husband owns his own business. And I put this on her Facebook page. So her husband owns his own business. She was just there going to advertise about Operation Sunscreen and just have them just kind of add on. Hey, you want to add on 20, 40, 60, you want to sponsor 5 troops and add on $100 or whatever. And so here's the thing. He came up and she was getting ready to go into the whole, this is what we're doing. And he says, I know what this is. He said, I'm so-and-so, so-and-so, and I served in the U.S. Army. I know what this is. I got this box. I've seen this. I've been the recipient of this. And Amy's like, well, this is Mary Kay. And he said, oh, I know what you are. I got a box of this. And you know what he said? He said, thank you so much. And Amy was funny. She talked this on Tuesday night where she was like, she said, he's thanking me. What in the world? Thanking me for sunscreen? You're over there risking your life. Thank you for doing what you're doing. And I just think it's such a powerful thing. So I'm going to email. So, you know, there is a graphic I think I posted on the Facebook page. It's just $20. Now, here's the thing. It is not mandatory that you match it. It is not. It's not. It's just something that we've locally in this area, most of us have chosen to do just because I'm making money in June on my facials, on my repeat business, on every other area. And this is just an area that I'm breaking even. I'm just matching it for this. And so I wanted to give it. I will send this out in an email. And if that person wants a different kind of receipt, then I'm going to send that email so that way you can give it to them. It is a tax deduction for them. Everyone that I've dealt with has been fine with our Mary Kay order ticket. Now, you may have a business that wants something a little bit different, but I just write it on out with the Mary Kay order ticket for whatever they're doing. But the key is not saying how much do you want to donate. Do you want to donate $20? The key is how many soldiers do you want to support? We have local businesses supporting 50 all the way up to 100. Are you with me? You're not going in there begging and groveling. You go in there with integrity and say, we've got businesses that are doing this. Anyway, you want 50 to 125 soldiers. It's all about the soldier versus how much money, or do you think you can give us $20? We're not selling Girl Scout cookies, okay? Like, this is, it's amazing. And when I love that when Amy gave that story and then she got a picture with him, that he knew exactly what it was. So what we do is we will get together in July. When all the sunscreens are in, you get the sunscreens shipped to your home, just like you normally would. So if you order 50, 100, whatever, get them shipped to you. And then we come together in July at Dove Point, and we all come to the same place. And this is the best part. We write a little note to go in each box. Is that powerful or what? Is that powerful or what? And you know, the funny thing is, Dorothy had it happen to her. I had it happen to me as well. I ordered 100. So I had a business that wanted to support 50 soldiers. So that's $1,000. And so I matched that. So it's 100 sunscreens. So Mary Kay called me. I forget what day it was. They're like, we just wanted to call and verify that you really ordered 100. You know, they're thinking I meant 10 and added an extra O. I said, no, we meant 100. Thanks for calling. I thought it was pretty cool that the company called. But be prepared for that call when you order your 100. And that's what happens. Yeah, because whether you do one order or 2 orders with all your businesses. So anyway, I wanted to give you that idea so you would hear exactly how it goes. Get you some help, though. Get some helpers, some moms that have children serving, and they can go. Then you multiply your efforts, and they're going into businesses, and they're talking to other men and other women that they're sitting on baseball bleachers with right now. You guys, this is easy to talk about. You need no skill and very little product knowledge at all. SPF 50. That's all they need to know. They need to know the heart behind it. Let them know that there's a story of what happened. Let them know that we write them a letter. Let them know it's a tax deduction for them. And if you're going to match, let them know that. That goes a long way with people. It truly does. So there's your explanation. Let's break it down. What's your retail goal? You want to have the highest retail you've ever had? 5,000, 5 businesses doing it. 5 businesses doing 1,000 plus anybody that you're facialing this month. Guys, June, the sky is the limit. All right, there's your take on Operation Sunscreen.